Welcome to the Orchard of Ailments, the most unusual panel. Alright, hello there. Welcome to Disease Talks, the only show on your podcast feed, where we ask the tough questions, not of politicians, not of corporate overlords, but of the very things that make us feel absolutely miserable. Yes, you heard that right. Today, our studio is filled with a rather peculiar panel, diseases. Now, before you reach for the hand sanitizer and run for the hills, let me explain. Our guests today are not, in fact, microscopic terrors. They are personified diseases, each with its own quirky personality and, surprisingly, a sense of humor. No eyes, no mouths, just pure shapes that represent the ailments you've all met before. They will, however, be speaking. It's a bit strange. Stick with me. The rules for today's discussion are quite simple and, frankly, quite refreshing. First, no humans are allowed on the panel. Second, we will not be mentioning any modern medicines or vaccines. We're strictly in the realm of natural, home-based remedies. The crisp contagion. An interview with cough. All right, let's bring in our first guest. You know him well. That one that shows up uninvited, steals your voice, and makes you apologize for every sentence. Welcome to the show. Let's start with the basics. Who are you, and what is your primary occupation?
A pleasure to be here. You can call me Cough. And my job? Oh, I'm a professional irritant. I specialize in coughs. Dry ones, wet ones, the kind that shows up at 3 a.m. I hang out in the air, a little speck of dust, a forgotten corner. I absolutely thrive when people are a bit damp and chilly. My travel method is first class, tiny invisible droplets, droplets that burst forth from a cough, droplets that burst forth from a sneeze. From there, it's a short trip to a hand, a doorknob, a shared pen.
That's quite a resume. You're like the world's tiniest, most obnoxious Uber driver.
Ah, my weaknesses. You cut right to the chase, don't you? Fine. Soap, water, a good thorough hand washing for about 20 seconds. I also despise fresh air, people who air out their rooms, warm tea, honey, lemon. I really, really do not like steam.
The gentle giant of Grip a Conversation with Flu. Our next guest is waiting patiently, lurking quietly like a cloud on a chilly morning. He has a much quieter presence than our previous guest, but don't let that fool you. His effects are anything but subtle. Please welcome Flu. Hello. Tell us about your work.
Hello, thank you for having me. I don't like to rush things. I bring a deep sense of tiredness, aches, a warm forehead. I prefer a more intimate approach than my friend Cough. I spread during close conversations when people share the same air for a while. Long flights are a delight. My favorite vector, though, is the unconscious face touch. Rest. It's that simple, and it's the one thing people resist the most. Warm broths and soups, garlic, onion, and keep the fluids coming. A humidifier, or even just a pot of boiling water on the stove, makes the air heavy and difficult for me to navigate. Rest and warmth are my undoing. I have a deep and abiding hatred for open windows. And clean hands, of course. Clean hands are a constant frustration. A crowded train during rush hour in winter. It's my Sistine Chapel.
Here we are, and our next guest is practically vibrating with energy. He shows up unexpectedly, wreaks a bit of havoc, and keeps everyone on their toes, representing sudden, unwelcome turmoil in your tummy. Welcome, stomach bug. Tell us, what's your deal? You seem to be in a hurry.
Fast is the name of the game. I'm Stomach Bug, and I specialize in belly aches, rapid transit. I'm a traveler, a real globetrotter. My favorite modes of transportation are food and water. Unwashed hands touching a piece of fruit? Love it. A sandwich that's been sitting in a warm car for a few hours? Chef's kiss. A picnic where the potato salad has been sunbathing? Perfect. My whole operation is built on tiny moments of forgotten hygiene. It's heartbreakingly simple. The kryptonite to my existence is cleaning. Wash your fruits and vegetables. Use clean, safe water for drinking and cooking. If you're not sure about the water, boil it. And the number one thing? Wash your hands before you eat. If I slip past the guards, go simple. Plain rice, maybe a banana, a little bit of salty water to rehydrate. Ginger tea, lids are the enemy. A good scrub with hot water and salt after cutting raw ingredients? Devastating to my advanced team. I have to pack up my tiny suitcase of sorrow and move on.
Cleanliness is not your friend. Our next guest is bright, cheerful-looking, a bit of a chatterbox, always popping up uninvited and making his presence known. The mastermind behind that stuffy, congested feeling that makes your head feel 3 sizes too big. Please welcome Sinus Congestion. It's great to have you. What's your story?
Hey, great to be here. I'm all about pressure. I make you sniffle. I make your head feel heavy. I take up residence in those weird little tunnels in your face, the sinuses. I get a real boost from my little buddies. Dust, pollen, they're like my hype men. My ideal home is a room with very dry air. Old pillows are my happy place. A treasure trove of dust. Steam. I absolutely cannot stand steam. It's my arch nemesis. A long, hot shower. Leaning over a bowl of hot water with a towel over your head. The horror. Warm, damp towels on the face are the worst. A strong brew with ginger, a pinch of black pepper, really gets things moving. Give me a dusty enclosed room with a fan on high. Fresh air is a bore.
Hydrate the air, rinse with salt, vacuum your carpets. Thank you, Sinus, for your stuffy but sincere testimony. All right, we've reached our final guest on this peculiar panel. He sneaks in quietly, often unnoticed, until you suddenly feel that unmistakable itch at the worst possible moment. He's tiny, but he carries himself with a certain pride. He's the cause of those little itchy spots and rashes that can drive you mad. Please welcome Skin Irritation. Hello, tell us about your line of work.
Greetings. I may be small, but my impact is significant, and I orchestrate minor skin irritations, itchy bits, small red spots, general topical unpleasantness. I am a creature of habit and habitat. I thrive in warmth and dampness. The inside of a damp shoe, paradise. I also enjoy areas under tight-fitting synthetic clothes, where the skin can't breathe. Dryness, air. Changing your socks frequently, devastating. Allowing your feet to air out, unforgivable. Coconut oil, tea tree oil, wash with a mild soap. Dry yourself thoroughly afterward. I simply cannot get a foothold on a dry, airy surface.
All right, everyone. We've heard from cough, flu, stomach bug, sinus congestion, and skin irritation. Now, for a quick lightning round, let's do a group chat. In one short line, what is the single most important piece of advice you'd give someone who wants to avoid you?
Use soap, seriously. Just wash your hands.
Rest. Stop trying to be a hero. Just go to sleep.
If you can't peel it or boil it, forget it. Wash your food.
Embrace steam. Become one with the steam.
Dry yourself properly, especially your feet.
It all boils down to cleanliness, rest, some basic environmental controls, no magic potions, no complicated rituals. Wash hands when you get home, sleep 8 hours, rinse produce, open a window, fresh socks daily. These small daily acts of self-care are profoundly effective. Thank you for listening to Disease Talks. Stay kind to your body, take a nap, drink some tea, and for goodness sake, wash your hands. Goodbye, friends. Stay tuned for part 2.